Okay, well, once again, it's way too late for this, so, but
play. Grab your orb.
It takes a certain amount of time, and that's all there is to it. This is Serenity again. This is from Friday night, maybe. And this, what I wanted to say, this is an interesting. I guess this is an illustration of how people, the people that play on this server will make an effort to balance the teams once in a while. You can see we've got.
Attack the mine node.
Yeah, we're a couple men up at this point. And you notice how I keep looking at the scoreboard. I'm a little bit worried about that, but I don't want to switch. And it's not because I'm being selfish. It's just that I feel like the red team has more good players on it. So I don't really want to jump over there because I anticipate that red is probably going to do pretty well here. You can see already that they've taken our prime almost immediately.
I've got the orb.
You know, right at the beginning of the match. So despite the fact that they're 2 men down, they're doing very well.
Attack the mine node.
We are going to make a pretty serious comeback here shortly, though. For now, it looks like we've lost, what, about 6 points off the core?
Leviathan construction stopped.
Which ain't bad. I mean, we can come back. It's bad if we don't recover from it, but we've got our prime back again. Yeah, I'm still looking at that scoreboard. I'm waiting for somebody to jump over to red because, you know, it's hard for me to believe that red can continue to push their advantage with that kind of disadvantage. But they do have, I think, the best set of players over there. For the most part. I'm going to try and defend because I see all kinds of fire on the prime, so I want to put a stop to that before I go running off to the enemy prime. Since it doesn't look to me like there's a huge crowd over here. Now we've got the orb over here and a couple other people, so I might go forward now, but there's a Manta over there. He could be a problem if he decides to attack. Now we have fire on the a little bit of fire on the enemy prime. So since our prime appears to be clear, this might be a good time to go attack. Looks like the enemy prime is down. Okay, that's good. Now we're doing much better. This is the kind of thing you'd expect with the kind of advantage that we have. Yeah, now we've taken their prime. And this vehicle is in good position to take out pretty much anybody that tries to get up and shoot at it. I think there's at least one red player around here somewhere, but there's still 2 men down. Did I say that they'd be likely to pick up a player just to even things out? Well, they will. I think most of the other people on this team are reluctant to switch, probably for the same reason that I am, because they all realize that red really does have a better team here. And if they do pick up an extra player, chances are it's going to be enough to throw it into their favor. But it's going to get to the point where it really does, where something really does need to be done, because this is a little bit uneven now.
Attack the mine node.
Just a little bit.
Grab your orb.
I'm going to get into this turret and play defense. Looks like we're still working on there may be a red levy coming out here, but we're working on that too. Okay, the levy node is down. No need to worry about it. The enemy prime is down, so I can go back here and I can't pick up the orbs because somebody else got it, but I can get set up to tow here. This is
defend the prime node. Red core is vulnerable.
Who is it, Bubba? Is that you, Bubba? Get back here.
Leviathan
okay, we're gonna.
Construction stopped. Red core is under attack.
Yeah, I'm just looking around, looking for enemy come. I don't want anybody to get shot because this is a good place for the orb to get shot down.
Red core is under attack.
We've got the enemy prime tagged already, so it looks like at this point, okay, we're already putting damage on it.
Red core is under attack.
The Berserk's not there, unfortunately, but there's nobody up here. There's nobody up here defending the place, so I can just go right in and put all kinds of damage on the floor. There's Geronimo, and that's the end of me hitting the core. We've got them down to 50 points. They're probably still 2 men down at this point too. And And that's probably, I'm guessing that's, well, I don't know who that is now. The other guy got him.
Defend the prime node.
Looks like there's the red orb.
Red core is
And he'll probably chap right there. No, maybe not. Looks like he got denied.
Defend the prime node.
Yeah, he sure did.
Red core is critical.
There's a Scorpion coming in. He ain't gonna accomplish much. I don't see where the pilot landed. He probably landed on the upper deck there. There's another red player.
Defend the prime node.
The red tank showed up. We've got him down to 9 points.
Attack the enemy.
So this is the, at this point you might think that it's, yeah, it's a done deal, but no, it's not going to go quite there. This is actually going to go to overtime, just barely. With 14 minutes to go and 9 points, they're going to drag this out to overtime because they're going to get another player. Is what's going to happen.
I have the orb.
Red core is critical.
And I don't think anybody. I really don't think anybody here is being selfish about this. They're just. Said they're just reluctant to switch because they know that anybody that switches is going to give an advantage to
Red core is secure.
Pretty much.
Attack the enemy prime node.
And you know, this early in the game, even with this huge lead, it's you know it could easily turn into a disaster for Blue because Blue just hasn't been doing that well in the games previous to this. They still got a 2-man advantage. I think Holsing is going to end up going over there. He's probably going to go, yeah, probably in the next few minutes. I don't see nothing going on, so I'm going to hang right about here. And yeah, now I see fire on our prime, so yeah, I need to back up here and see if anything's going to. No, but whatever it was is gone. Still don't see nothing going on. There's a red there suiciding into him, got him down. That was slick shooting. There's a red. Broke my blades trying to get him. That was Camembert, who's usually on usually on greed or vehicle capture the flag, but he shows up here once in a while. There's still too many men. I'm considering that I'm feeling like maybe I ought to switch over because we really do have a ridiculous lead on them. Somebody's getting ready to because this is just get yeah okay now okay so Holsing switched over and you'll see the effect almost immediately. They'll start pushing back. Maybe not immediately, but it's gonna make a difference. And there's Sizzy got me with a shock rifle.
I have the orb.
I'm gonna run back here and pick up the orb, and we got a levy on the way out. There's nobody available to tow, so I'll probably just head toward our prime on foot in case something happens over there. I could just go straight to the enemy prime, but on foot you're not real likely to make it. It looks like our prime just got tagged anyway. Not just tagged, they capped it. And Sizzy came around the corner and took me out there. So yeah, almost immediately, as soon as Holsing switched over. Holsing is actually a really good player, so he's not the one that I would want to have seen go over there.
Blue core is under attack.
I'm gonna ban the orb and try to take this guy out before he puts too much damage on our board, but he's gonna take us down to about 20 points actually. Looks like somebody else picked up that orb. And I'll go ahead and try to give him a tow. Gotta dodge the Scorpion, but the Scorpion knocked him off his board. Knocked him off his board again. I can't hang around too close because he'll take the mana out too. Managed to save the mana. Looks like we can continue with our tow a little bit late, and lost the vehicle right there.
Blue core is critical.
That was probably that was Holsing with the Aberl. Okay. And I'm gonna take another vehicle here. Yeah, I changed my mind about the suicide at the last minute. Fortunately, changed my mind the second time too, because that time he was dead. I would have wasted this vehicle. And now we're standing around trying to decide who's going to pick up the orb. Accelerant is going after it.
Attack the mine node.
I've got the orb.
I don't think he's got anybody available to tow him. While he's doing that, I'm going to try to take out a couple of these people that are messing with our vehicles. Push this guy too far to one side. He didn't want to go that way, but I didn't do him any favors there. He might have saved that tank if I hadn't pushed him away from him. Alright, well, let's see if I can get to our prime now. I have to recover this vehicle. And Red still has the prime, and they're trying to move that levy up. They're trying to move the levy up to our core. So while they're busy doing that, I'm going to take the prime. This is what I like to try. He got a lucky shot in Geronimo, who took him out. So our prime is actually safe for the moment. Although it would have been better if I could have suicided on that ore, but somebody came in with a nuke and took us all out. Fortunately, there's no reds up at our prime either, and their orb just timed out or got suicided on or something. Which means their levy is now stranded for several seconds until they can get that prime built back up. So it is very important now that we get that levy down, probably. Unless we think, well, the alternative would be to take down the enemy prime, but pretty far to go. And I'm choosing to try to take the levy out anyway. Red's not really helping themselves, because if they had grabbed our prime back, well, because I'm sure there's nobody up here. Yeah, there is. If they'd have took our prime back up, they could have possibly done some damage to the core with that levy right there. Okay, we're a man up again. Looks like we picked up another. Looks like we picked up another player who may go to red. I don't know. The game's a lot more even now, though. It'll be a little bit more even from here on out. 8 minutes left to go.
Available. Attack the enemy prime.
And being pretty circumspect, we got. Oh, here we go. Here comes the red. He's totally missing with the sniper rifle. He's down. The turret's gonna get him. The red prime is down. I'm gonna run the orb again.
I've got the orb.
Is the shield there? No, the shield is not there. Just grab the Avril. Always grab the Avril at least, even if you don't get the shield. Still no tow available, but I'll just go there on foot. We got a levy coming out anyway. They've just built their prime, which means that it's quite possible that I could get all the way over there on foot, only to see our prime get capped by the other orb. If red is on their feet, if red is on their toes, there's a red tank right across the way, so I'm going to make a sharp right and get it right about this far and get knocked out by a man. That's what happens. That's what happens when you try to go on foot. You can do it, but you know, here comes that red one, and he's not going to cap because we just took their prime down. Yeah, I'm going to make a desperate attempt to knock the orb runner off his board. Totally missed him. The mana got knocked out. There's the mana pilot. I'm going to manage to knock him off of his board for what that's worth. But it looks like the orb made it as far as the prime, but it looks like he might have capped too. Despite our levy being there, the levy isn't really all that useful for guarding the prime. You know, he's good for he can kill people, but it's not unusual for the orb runner to just walk right in there and just take the node anyway, because if the levy pilot is, you know, if nobody on the levy is looking the right way, you know, they may not notice that little guy standing there. It's amazing, you know, people miss shit quite a lot.
Defend the prime node.
Oh well. I gotta say the U-verse thing is working out. I really like the U-verse. It's okay, except for one thing. There is no way, there is no meter to tell me how much data I've used. The AT&T is terrible about that. They've got their website. On their website it says, you know, go to this web page and it'll show you how much data you've used. Well, it doesn't show you. You know, you get some phony baloney calculator that says, do you watch a lot of movies? We'll make a guess about how much data you... Well, no, you're not guessing, AT&T. You know how much data I'm using because it says right there on your website that if you go over your limit a couple of times, they're going to start charging you $10 for every extra 50 gigabytes you use, you know? So I'm pretty sure if you're charging me money, you're not operating off no guess about how much data I'm using. But you call these people up on the phone and they're like, We can't tell you. We don't know. You know, like, look, you know, you're talking about billing me. I'm pretty sure you know. Well, the guy on the phone doesn't know, but somebody knows.
Grab your orb.
And I'm gonna have to call up there and just start calling people at random and just, you know, because I know somebody up there can do it. You know, I know what it's like working up in those places. You know, you're sitting there on the, you know, they give you, you're sitting up there with your little PC looking at 80 different little screens and shit. And it's worse than their website. You know, their website is a mess. If you think their website is a mess, go work for them. Look at the crap they're looking at. You know, half the people you talk to, they don't know half the shit they got access to. And I'm pretty sure, probably billing or somebody has access to that. They would just tell you, because it ain't privileged information. You know? I'm not too worried about it. I don't think we're using so much data that I'm going to get charged or anything like that. But you never know. It would be a lot more comforting if I knew. You know? I mean, the router has a little counter in there that shows how much data, but you know that gets reset whenever the router gets shut off. And it's not too often that thing can run a whole month without getting turned off. Oh well. I don't know what I'm rambling about. We got 4 minutes left to go here. And it looks like it's a done deal, sort of. Well, not really. This could go either way. And me bringing this levy out here was kind of desperate. I thought I was going to lose that levy and be all for nothing because it looked like they were getting ready to take our prime, but we managed to shoot it down, shoot it back, bring it back up again, and then use the levy to bring their prime down.
Grab your orb.
I mean, we could end this at any time if anybody could manage to get up to the core, you know, and shoot it one time. That would do it, but it's not as easy as all that. We're having to put all our effort just to keep that prime up.
I've got the orb.
And it's down. Well, it's being fought over, and now red. There's a chance that they're going to get a levy. So we need, instead of taking the orb over to the prime, we got to take it over here and take out this levy node before they get one of those. Because that would not be a good thing at this
construction point. Stopped. Leviathan under construction.
3 minutes left to go on 3 minutes left to go on this match. I mean, if it goes into overtime, we got it. No, I'm gonna catch an amble right there.
I have the orb.
Let's see if we can get this guy out. Probably not. He's gonna bug us all the way forward. We don't have a tow. All I can do is chase this guy on foot and try to keep this guy off of him. Yeah, he's still there. And I'll probably get him, well, not there. I might get him eventually. Okay, now he's down. Yeah, that was Holsing. But I think the orb is down now, too. Yeah, he sure is.
Grab your orb.
And Fun Times was in the turret. He got me down. I'm gonna get into our turret because we got all kinds of fire in our prime, and the nuke is up also. There's Holsing. So whoever gets that nuke is probably going to be a problem. There's the red orb trying to come in, but he's stranded way over there, and I don't think he's going to make it up this far. It looks like the man who was going back for him, but he's not going to make it. There's Holsing again.
Absolution for the soul.
That nuke apparently is still there. Oh, now it's gone. Somebody got it. So I'm having to keep an eye out for it. There's no telling where that might pop up. Hopefully one of ours got it, but there's no telling. This guy, okay, got him down. That's Holsing again. And there's somebody on foot. He's dodged behind them rocks. Now I'm going to ignore him because the tank's coming around here. Definitely want to get that tank down. Okay, now he just jumped the wrong way and landed himself down over the cliff. The levy's coming over here to play defense. Yeah, they're planning on just dragging this out to overtime and letting red time out, which is pretty much what's going to happen. Red was making a pretty serious attempt. Okay, here comes the red orb. That's kind of what would kill it for us.
Grab your orb.
But managed to knock him down, so that failed for them. So they've got all kinds of fire on our prime. But they've only got about 40 seconds left to go, and unless they can bring that orb in really quick, it's just not going to happen for them. I'm stuck going on foot with this thing again.
30 seconds left.
And I'm going to risk trying to get over to the enemy prime. Because, you know, it may look like we got a lead here, but we could lose this. I guess maybe I was feeling a little bit more desperate than the situation deserved, because we're about to win this. We're about 20 seconds from winning this. it's not entirely necessary for me to run forward like this. I'm actually kind of taking a stupid chance, but I nearly made it. Yeah, fun time stopped me right there.
3, 2,
Nearly made it, but it's not going to matter. Yeah, once we go into overtime, this is over with. So maybe this wasn't quite as dramatic as I thought it was, but it did get a lot more even towards the end once they evened out the teams. That's what evening the teams does for you. Anyway, it was a fun match anyway. So it's always fun when you win. I'll try to find one where I lose because I know you like to see that. Have a good evening.